Do relationships take work for it to become successful and persistent and happy? Relationships that merit their existence doesn't take any work. And I'm going to explain that to you and how that works. There are a couple of models, let's call it paradigms or paradigmatic models of relationships that people follow and subscribe to and practice. The more commonly accepted one, commonly practiced, is the model where the union is the most important. The union comes before the individuals. Damn the individual's wants, likes, desires, and preferences. They must sacrifice it to uphold the union. This is the most commonly accepted and practiced format and paradigm of relationships. You go into a relationship, and let's say you have to abandon your particular individual wants, likes, desires in order to uphold the union. For the sake of the relationship, you must abdicate all these things for the sake of the relationship. Well, in the beginning, this sounds completely fine because you like the person, you think they're cute and funny and wonderful and awesome, and you like them in that moment. And so you say, let's get into a union. Let's join forces or go into a union. And once we enter into this union, you're now entitled Mr. and you're now entitled Miss, and you now grant yourself to the other person and they grant themselves exclusively to you. Now you have a union. Now you must abandon your particular wants, likes, desires for the sake of the union. We must uphold this union. So the union comes first. Damn the individuals. At first, it seems all good and fine because you like the person, they're amazing, and you want to build a future together. So you enter into this union, which protects from competition, and later on down the line, your perspectives change, your life changes, your wants, likes, desires change, or you acquire wants, likes, and desires. You change your preferences, whatever the case. You cannot have them if they do not uphold the union in which you've entered. Anything that puts the union in jeopardy, well, you must abandon it. You must abandon yourself. Personal abandonment. That is the one primary paradigm in which people follow, subscribe to, and is commonly accepted. There's another paradigm, the one in which I propose, and which is less practiced and definitely less commonly accepted, in which the individuals within the relationship recognize that they are individuals and that because they're individuals, they want to respect individuals' rights and freedoms. And they recognize that we are human beings, that we did not evolve to be monogamous, and therefore our goal is not to disrespect entirely the union of us, but we're going to put the individuals first. We're going to say, hey, I recognize that this relationship is fundamentally based on unconditional love, my genuine and authentic wanting for my beloveds, for your happiness, intrinsically to my happiness. The same happiness I want for myself, I want that for you. And I want you, the goal of this relationship is to merit its existence. And I want for you to be actualized by being in this relationship. Actualization meaning the things you want in life, you get it to the best that you can manage, and I can support you in getting that. I can help you in getting that. It's fundamentally based on unconditional love of the individual. So this relationship model or paradigmatic model of relationship allows for unconditional love. It allows for open communication and allows for non-judgmental acceptance, accepting the person for who they are, accepting them for the man that they are, and then the man that they could be, and then the man that they will be, and accepting them for the woman that they are, the woman that they will be, that they could be, that they may be. And this relationship allows for that freedom of the individual and the rights of that individual, and of course, the infatuation and the desires, particularly wants, likes, desires, and this relationship model says that, hey, we're not going to align on everything. That's impossible. I mean, if you grow up with people and they can have you grew up with your siblings for all of your life, and you can have radically different ethical codes and moral codes. Imagine the distinction and the disparity of ethical codes and moral codes between people who were initially strangers from different parts of the world. So we recognize we're different people, and we're going to want different things at different times in our lives. And we want to be able to facilitate each person's being the person that they are and pursuing the things that they want and supporting them for it. So, do relationships take work? Work, by my definition, is any effort you put into things which you'd rather not do if it weren't for the financial incentives involved. So, do relationships take work? It depends on the relationship. If the relationship with your best friend, doesn't take any work. Relationships that merit their existence take no work. This is why friendships take no work, and best friendships take no work. They never say best friendships take work, or they never say friendships take work. It's because they don't take any work, because they merit their existence. Meaning, people in that relationship want to be in that relationship because they like and want to be with the other person. They love the other person. My best friend, if you're not in a relationship with your best friend, then who are you in a relationship with? A business partner? Exactly. That is exactly what it is. A relationship takes work if there's incentives outside of the love that you want for that relationship that is involved. Then that's a relationship that requires work, such as a relationship where the union is the primary constituent, that is the most important, primarily considered, first thought of. The union comes first before the individuals. Then it requires work. It's a business deal. You enter into a business, you have to do business, you have to do the work to propagate the business. You enter into a union, you have to do the work to uphold the union. It's a business deal. That is actually what a marriage is. A marriage originally was not about love at all. It was about increasing wealth, increasing land, or whatever the case is, not out of love. If you were to be in a relationship about love, people never need to get married. They just be in a relationship. Loving the person. When is a good time to be in a relationship? When it's convenient, or rather, when is a good time to get married? When it's convenient. Because marriage is not a requisite for a loving relationship. Hopefully that helps. Remember, it's about definition. Work is any effort that you put in to that you would only do it if it weren't, you wouldn't do it if it weren't for the financial incentives involved. Effort you put into relationships that merit their existence is not work because you love doing it, you like the person you're doing it for. It doesn't feel like work because it's not work. It's things you love doing. Hobbies that you love doing or games you like playing. You can play a game for 9 hours straight without sipping a sip of water or eating a piece of food. Why? And it doesn't feel like work. It's fun the whole way around. Why do you do that? It's not work because it's not work. You do it because you love doing it. It's effort you put into something that you love. Effort you put into you'd rather not do. If it weren't for the financial incentives involved, that's work. And that's what's required for a union-based, a communist relationship, where the union is more important than the human beings involved. Damned the individuals. We must uphold the union. Hopefully that helps. Share this video with other people. It'll help them more. You're helping to make the world a better place for all of us. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.